So I'm out here doing some work with my company, and I fly back tomorrow. So I drove down a couple hours to Tallahassee, since this is my first time to Florida. And so I thought, what's a cool little hike or state park or national park that I could visit real quick. Anyways, so I found this state park, and I love gardens, so this is a natural fit. And so yeah, here I am going to check this out. It only costs $6. And that family was just staring at me, talking to myself, because I am, right? But wow, this place is beautiful. Yeah, so I'm just a Utah boy, Utah man rather, and yeah, so all this southeast stuff, all this green stuff is not what I'm used to. I'm not used to trees that high, unless they're, you know, tip top of the mountains. But yeah, it's beautiful. Cardinal. I love cardinals. Yeah, we don't have cardinals out in Utah for some reason, but they can survive the harsh cold of Indiana, you know, and so it's interesting they're not in Utah. But yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. So the sign's kind of interesting. It talks about Walter Coldwell. He was a designer and the admin for the creation and plans for 40 of Florida state parks. That's pretty cool. It goes from the Florida Keys to the Panhandle, including this state park. Yeah, I'm not sure what type of tree that is, but that's crazy. All those things, leaves, dangling down. I have no idea. This is all new territory to me. Palm tree? I don't know what that is. Yeah, that sound is the cardinal. You can see him right up there. Yeah, I think one difference between a lot of states in Utah, or at least out west, is that we have a lot more federal land, you know, BLM land, which means no one owns it, you know, the public does. And so, oh look, a wedding. But anyways, you know, out here it's mostly private land, state land, and that's kind of about it. You know, there's not a lot of BLM land where you can do whatever you want and camp wherever you want. So I think there's a big aspect of, or the lure of the West, of how much land we have that's, you know, available for anyone to use, to hike, to bike, to camp on, to explore, without paying fees upon fees or crossing private property, you know, things like that. So I think states like Florida and Georgia, you know, they have to fight to reclaim land back for public use. So this is pretty cool. I've had this app on my phone for a while, and this is definitely not sponsored or anything like that, but this is a helpful app if you're curious to know, you know, what types of flowers these are. So there's an app I use, it's called Plant Snap. It's one word, and so what you do, I'll show you. You take a picture on your phone of the flowers right there. Let's try to get a closer picture of the flower. There we go. Alright, snap. Let's see what happens now. There we go. An azalea shrub. So there you go. So I've used this quite a bit on my hikes and stuff. I'm not a plant guy by any means, but it's kind of fun to I don't know, start recognizing plants when I go hiking. I'm like, oh, look at that, or look at that plant, or look at that plant. You know, I can start to identify more and more plants. I think it's starting to rain. I hear all these noises around me. And I'm pretty sure it's about to rain soon. And I don't have a rain jacket. And here is the Maclay or Maclay house. But the road ends right there. It's good to go this way. Practicing their wedding here. There's people in front of me. I don't want to crash their party. Yeah, that pre-reception's going on over there. Want to avoid them. That's a very beautiful place, though, to have your ceremony, or not reception, your wedding ceremony. And I'm following this path here, which really isn't the path, but look, secret garden. The Black Pond. That's what that sign says. Yeah, right here. Something here is... it's a good smell. And it looks beautiful, huh? Little reflection pond right there. Kind of in the middle of the video. The green archway into the garden. And then this path leads to the Black Pond. And look at that. The Black Pond. It's asphalt. Looks like they poured some asphalt there. There probably was a natural pond at one time, but then they pour some asphalt to make it more permanent or keep it from eroding. Look how blue that is. They call it black, but actually it's more like blue-green. And it's a pretty pond. Pretty pond. Pretty bird. Yeah, that's a beautiful pond. And then right next to this is the azalea hillside. Those white flowers. Or I can go to the pink ones down there. Let's go to our right. A lot of bumblebees. Historic marker. Here we go. It says, this stone pillar stood at the original entrance and drive to the Lac Cal plantation. It is the only physical evidence in the park that lets visitors know that this land once belonged to Colonel John Hugh Law of Savannah, Georgia. And he established a plantation here. And so those letters were the letters of his names of his 6 grown children. And look at that. That's pretty cool. Let's keep on going. I'm gonna go back left. So I saw a sign that said that was the exit to my right. Alright, that shows exit. So I'm gonna go around it. explore just a bit more. This isn't like a huge gardens area, but it's pretty. Yeah, if you're ever in Utah and you want to see something like this, a beautiful flower section, but for many acres, look up something called the Thanksgiving Point. Yeah, just Thanksgiving Point. I was gonna say I have 2 videos you can search for where I showcase the Thanksgiving Point Tulip Festival, and that was beautiful. I took my wife and I like on a 2-hour walk around the gardens. It has the largest man-made waterfall west of the Mississippi. It's like 70 feet, something like that. But that's a beautiful garden, and it costs about 20 bucks a person. But if you're ever out in Utah and you want to see some gardens that are kind of like this, I would highly recommend checking out the Thanksgiving Point just south of Salt Lake. Yep, I hear thunder in the distance. Yeah, I think I'm getting done. Make a time here. It's going to be pretty breezy. And here's the main grass area. Kids are screaming. And look how fast those clouds are moving. Yeah, I think a big storm's coming in. Coming in from like Alabama or something. That is it for the Maclay Gardens here in Tallahassee, Florida. Yeah, my wipers can't even keep up with this. It's a lot of rain.